how do you envision your reign as a UFC champion?
As one of the greatest in the featherweight division. And they're gonna remember me too, as they're gonna remember Jose Aldo in the division, Conor McGregor, to Alexander Volkanovski. I'm gonna put myself in that book.
On October 26th, ILIA Topuria once again shocked the world. Not long ago, he was called a lucky guy who managed to knock out Volkanovski. But today, he is the biggest name in the mixed martial arts industry. It's time to find out who he really is and dive into the harsh reality that ILIA Topuria creates for his opponents. The first media attention our protagonist received was at UFC Fight Night 204, held in London. El Matador was on a 3-fight winning streak in the top promotion, and his opponent was the well-known Jai Herbert. At that time, however, Topuria wasn't yet a star, and all the attention was on Paddy Pimblett, the true star of the promotion, who commanded the spotlight. By a twist of fate, ILIA encountered Pimblett in the hotel lobby, where a scuffle broke out between the fighters. The open confrontation between the fighters temporarily subsided. ILIA was focused on his opponent and had no time for Pimblett. Although Topuria was considered a strong favorite, his career was just gaining momentum, and he needed to give his all in the fight to make a resounding statement about himself. From the very start of the match, Topuria showcased a champion spirit and a will to win. Despite a heavy knockdown, ILIA didn't give up and fought back with everything he had. Shaken by a brutal high kick, bleeding and barely standing, he locked Herbert into a grappling exchange, where he asserted dominance and pressure until the end of the round. This wrestling break allowed him to recover, and in the following round, the crowd witnessed a stunning, decisive knockout. For Topuria, this knockout was just a means to achieve his goals, and that evening, he established himself as an exciting prospect with championship ambitions, while also calling out Paddy for a fight as a bonus.
I want that blonde, that Paddy.
Such a spectacular knockout by the flamboyant fighter, known for his trash talk and his ability to back up his words with actions, brought Topuria great rewards in the form of a new fan base and a rise in the ratings. Fans of knockouts, bloody spectacles, and Pimblett's haters quickly switched their support to Topuria.
That was some chorizo, a Spanish sausage.
Oh, he's so different.
Your boy over there.
You see me coming, he go to the back doors.
He's obsessed with me, lad. It's heavy.
Shut the fuck up.
He hasn't stopped tweeting about me all week, lad. He needs to sort his life out.
Although the promotion again didn't organize a Pimblett-Topuria fight, the fighters clashed with renewed fury and open hostility.
Shut up.
That's what you are. You're a little
Shut up. If not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crush your face right here.
Do it then, you little
You
fart.
have another question?
Do it. Do it then, you little pussy. What? Do it. Do it. Come on, do something then. Do something, stand up. What'll you do? You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing, you little fart. Go and sit back down. Sit back down, you little pussy. Puta!
Trash talk is the Brit's favorite battleground. He skillfully countered all of Topuria's insults, infuriating him and publicly making him look unfavorable in front of his home crowd. ILIA completely lost his verbal fight, but his opponent further fueled the fire.
I don't care what he focuses on, brother. I really don't. All I know is I'm showing up to whoop ass.
Yes, Bryce! Yes!
That evening, Topuria faced two challenging tasks: to silence all the haters and destroy the guy in the octagon who had been speaking poorly about him. Bryce Mitchell was an undefeated fighter with 15 consecutive victories and had long been aiming for a title contender fight. But no one in that arena knew Topuria the way his coaches and team do. ILIA is pure hell, the embodiment of brutality and violence. When Topuria fights, Dana White can send the judges on a break, because the Spaniard doesn't leave his matches to the scorecards. This time was no different. ILIA didn't let the fight go to the end, forcing the American to submit after a chokehold in the second round. The incredible victory of El Matador over a top prospect made the featherweight division's top 5 fighters nervous. He battered Mitchell in front of a stunned crowd, tossing him from corner to corner and showcasing a massive skill gap before finishing the beating on the ground with a chokehold. This version of ILIA could even contend with the champion.
Myself, I know that I'm way better than everyone in my division or even in the next one.
It no longer mattered who stood in the front of ILIA, whether it was a champion or a top prospect. To him, it made no difference. He's here to shed blood and beat down his opponents. The sport hasn't seen such a character since Conor McGregor. Ironically, the Spaniard combines 2 personas, grappling skills as impressive as Khabib's, and striking mastery reminiscent of the notorious Irishman. With a mix of awe and reverence, fans watched his contender bout against Josh Emmett, ranked 4th in his division. After this fight, experts began to see Topuria as a legitimate title contender, as ILIA rose to yet another level, showcasing an even more refined version of himself.
Topuria is a nightmare.
Yes, he is.
He's a nightmare.
Yeah.
He's scary. What he did to Josh Emmett, I was like,
nasty.
Oh, man.
He's nasty.
What he did to Bryce Mitchell, like, oh, man.
He's so good. He's so skilled. And he's got great boxing, got great takedown defense.
Everything, everywhere.
The 5-round gladiatorial battle where ILIA proved to be a complete fighter in every aspect ended in a dominant and decisive victory by unanimous decision.
It's his hand. I think it's his speed. I think his defense. I think it's his motion. I think it's his footwork. I mean, I think that he's really a beautiful talent to watch, straight up pugilistically.
And Topuria just beat him everywhere. And it was like, oh my God, this dude hits hard. He wrestles well. He grappled well. I think he finished him with an arm triangle, if I remember correctly. And we were just kind of blown away. And then he had the Emmett fight and it set him up. And it was like, yeah, there's a distinct chance this guy can beat Alexander Volkanovski. I think he's going to be a big star.
To become the king of the jungle, you have to dethrone the reigning king, the old leader, dominant for years, who commands respect and whose greatness few dare to challenge. By defeating everyone who dares to contest his crown, he remains at the very top of the food chain. Alex Volkanovski, a name that speaks for itself.
Obviously, you consider yourself to be the better fighter than Alex, but in what area do you think you'll show how much better you are than him?
Everywhere. I'm better than him everywhere.
Shut up!
I think this old man needs to teach this young fella a lesson. What do you reckon?
Hey, you see how he came dressed? You already know what's going to happen. You just came ready for the retirement. Look how you look as an old man.
Get a good spanking, that's what's going to happen, hey?
Shut up, I got through to you, okay? He said he's going to humble me. Stand up and do something. Humble me. I'm here, right in front of you. Do some shit. Do something.
Then came the night when history was rewritten.
All right, UFC Featherweight Championship on the line. Challenger ILIA Topuria is in red. Volkanovski in the black and gold, befitting a champion. Oh, early right hand lands for Topuria.
Yeah, he looks sharp. The boxing heavy style of ILIA Topuria. And there's another strong calf kick by Topuria.
Both men had their moments in round one.
Ready? Fight!
Competitive first 5 minutes. Volkanovski landed 5 more significant strikes.
Oh, that's a good right hand left hook.
Yeah, snapped it off beautifully there.
Oh, that's a shot.
Oh!
He got
Topuria crowns Volkanovski. That'll do it, and new.
Oh, my
goodness. Headed to Spain. ILIA
Topuria,
the featherweight champion of the world.
He said he was going to stumble and crumble.
ILIA Topuria knocked out Alex Volkanovski in the second round. That was unbelievable.
If I ask you about power, there does appear to be something special with Topuria. After all, he just knocked out a king of a division. ILIA Topuria doesn't beat you in nice and funny ways. He bludgeons you until you fall asleep against your will. There's nothing funny about that.
If he puts a hand on you like that, like, you're gonna go down.
El Matador is an entire phenomenon, one that will forever shift the balance of power in the division.
Yeah, I think you look great. Listen, obviously in that division.
Much like Conor McGregor once did. The similarities are there, aren't they? But Topuria's ambitions are even grander. Finding himself at the center of it all, ILIA donned the crown. But he wasn't planning on taking a long break or anything of the sort. Not at all.
We need a new challengers, you know. We need a couple of more fights in the division. So we'll see what's going to happen in the future. And hopefully we're going to have some clear challenger. But right now, there is nobody.
Topuria was so dominant that in his position, there simply weren't any real competitive challenges. Except for one.
He had everything I wanted. Now you guys, he was the GOAT. His time is done. Welcome to Bless Era.
You know what I'm looking forward to more than any? Holloway and Topuria.
Yeah,
that's the one for me.
Max Holloway sensationally knocked out the toughest fighter in the game in front of millions.
Holloway, Justin Gaethje, both wearing special shorts tonight.
There we see.
Ooh. That left hand has landed twice early for Holloway.
Oh!
Nice spinning kick to the body late. A huge moment for Holloway, potentially late in round one.
And right now, Trevor Whitman told Justin,
Huge fight in round 5 for Holloway!
Oh, Gaethje. Holloway shows some mortality.
Look at this. Holloway just told him, stand right here.
Oh, big connection late.
We all witnessed that fight. It was absolute madness.
I couldn't take it. I can't be sitting down. I had to stand up. Anik too. Anik doesn't stand up very often either, I don't think. I couldn't sit down. I was like, I can't believe I just saw that. I can't believe that was real. And then when Max is walking around going, rah!
And I don't know if you noticed this and if it happened to you guys too, but that fight sucked the fucking life out of everybody tonight. I was like, everybody was, the next 2 fights, everybody's just sitting there like dead. Like it was like this adrenaline dump. How many times have you seen a fight where the guy wins, you know he's winning, they click the 10-second thing and the guy puts his hands up and they just run around, move around? He's got the fight won, and he's in there with one of the most dangerous fucking fighters in the business, right? And he says, let's do this.
You know, there's an
The official announcement of the Holloway versus Topuria fight set fans' hearts racing. 2 of the most relentless fighters, renowned for their bloody and spectacular bouts, would meet in the cage and turn the MMA world upside down.
The only thing that changed is the opponent. And you get ready for your opponent, you know, and ILIA does present some problems for us, but I'm a problem solver.
I don't know, maybe he feels a little bit scared, and that's why he's so worried, and that's why he shows this kind of reaction, because he knows what's coming.
Unexpectedly, the entire fighting community rallied behind Max, giving little chance to the Spanish knockout artist.
But, you know, that punches a chance. You know, that ILIA has is going to be very hard with someone like, with Max. And with the Max and the, Gaethje fight, you know, I wasn't surprised at all. I expected, I wouldn't say expected him, but I picked, Max to win. I was quite surprised how people thought he didn't stand a chance. I was
buoyed by the support. Max forgot the most important thing. No one can ever afford to disrespect ILIA Topuria's skills. Ever.
What makes me feel very excited about that fight is that no one could knock him out. And I'm like, there is no way I'm not going to knock him out. I will be the first one to knock him out, because every time I watch him fight, I'm like, I'm way better than him. If you put me only with him in kickboxing or in boxing, even in a chess match, I beat him. Like, well, whatever you want to do, boy, I can beat you.
Can't wait, man. I can't wait. The game plan that we came together with is looking good and sparring. Can't wait to go out there October 26th and show the world what we've been working.
Despite all the hard work, despite all the legendary fights, despite all the respect and admiration for Max as a fighter, that night he was destined to fall as a victim. The one who engaged in brutal exchanges, who beat his opponents into a bloody mess, who was considered the best striker in the UFC, was knocked out. Now the world must accept the truth. There's a new king in this wild game. He is not going to stop. He sees no obstacles, and he will destroy any big name that desires to stand before him.
I think without any doubt, every fight that I'm gonna do next to this, it's gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger. So
the champion has a name, doesn't he? And his name is ILIA Topuria. And that's it for now. Like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Bye.